The Prince is back, and he's your new NXT Champion. We're breaking it all down here on this special Kimmy Talks Wrestling on a Wednesday because NXT decided to put on a Super Tuesday II, and here goes nothing. Surprisingly enough, the Cole Balor match started the show. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like that they started off the show and they saved the woman for the main event, but I was just so taken off guard. I wasn't ready. I was not ready to be amazed by such great wrestling at so early in the evening. So we get Cole versus Balor. Balor wins. What a match. So Balor pins Cole clean, which, if you heard the rumors, like, the Fatal 4-Way match last week was supposed to end a different way, like, McAfee was supposed to interfere, which would have been so stupid. I hate Pat McAfee. And if he would have interfered, I would have been really, really mad. But this was a really good match. They went for like 25-30 minutes. Balor hits the 1916 off the top rope to get the win, and I'm excited to have Balor as champion again. Because now he's this whole different persona. He's not the same guy he was when he was leading NXT, when he was champion, and his job now is to just bring up all the younger talent, to just have these amazing matches with them, and I'm really excited to see what Balor's going to do. This was the smart move. I mean, even though I picked Cole in my Raw review yesterday, this was the right decision. So thank you, NXT. Thank you, Triple H. When we come back from commercial, Hunter and Regal and Cole all congratulate Balor, and Balor says that this title win has been 10 months in the making. So I hope you're ready, because this is something to really look forward to. Ripley cut a promo about how Mercedes Martinez has made a name for herself at Ripley's expense, and tonight she's going to prove that she is better than Martinez. Like I said, I was very excited this match was main eventing. I was really looking forward to it, and just the build to it over the past couple weeks has really been really, really good, so I was really excited for it. Then Robert Stone has a feud with a tank. A whole miniature toy tank. That's our NXT programming. That is the new, remember, like NXT, you're gonna go to the main roster someday, and that's actually the feud. Okay. So I understand that he's gotten run over by it a couple times, but that's so dumb. Like, stupidity at its finest. So Stone tries to attack the tank with a baseball bat. Shotzi attacks Stone. Aaliyah attacks Shotzi. Io comes and attacks Aaliyah. So it's this whole brawl, and then they make their way from the backstage area to the ring, and Io and Shotzi are standing tall. But the interesting thing enough, Shotzi picked up Io's title and held it. She wants to challenge it. She wants to be next in line for the NXT Women's Championship, which is actually really exciting too. Like, Shotzi's been around for like a couple years now in NXT. Like, she hasn't really made a name for herself until these last couple months, so I'm excited for that feud, and I'm really excited to see where they're going to go from here. Obviously, next week it's going to be Shotzi versus Io in a non-title match, so I'm thinking Shotzi picks up the win, and then at the next takeover, which I believe is October 4th, or sometime in October, like, that's going to be the match at the takeover? Hopefully. I'm excited. Dinner at the Garganos. I love heel Garganos. Love them. These segments, though. So the first of what would be 3 segments is, like, Tegan comes in, and they need to talk, apparently. And, like, they're trying to joke around with Tegan, and it's, like, super awkward and super weird. Okay. Did nothing for me. Thatcher Boot Camp is next, and we're making fun of Damian Priest for being a North American champion. Thatcher saying that he's been one, like, he's a joke. I am not a fan of Thatcher. I am way more of a fan of Damian Priest. So I really like the setup of this, though. Like, he was trying to teach us all, like, what Priest was doing wrong and what Thatcher would be doing better if he is the NXT North American champion, which next week, that is the match. like, I really, like, I know they're not going to do this, because if they do it, like, it's going to be stupid, but if you take the title off Priest, he's had it for, like, a month. Don't do that. Keep it on Priest. You can extend this feud a little bit longer. That's what they should do. But now that I'm saying it, it's not going to happen. Next, we had Velveteen Dream versus Ashanti Adonis, and this was basically a squash match. But what came after the fact, though? Oh my god. So, Dream wins with a poke to the eye. The ref didn't see it. Whoop-de-doo. And then, all of a sudden, Kushida comes out and attacks Dream. Oh, this is really good. So, for those of you who follow New Japan, we have not seen a heel Kushida since then. And I'm really excited for this feud. I think it's going to be really good. And this went on for like a good 5 minutes. The referees couldn't break it up at all. Like this. Thank you, WWE. Thank you, NXT. Thank you, Hunter. Hunter, you're doing swell, Hunter. Breezango package next, and they're excited that they're tag team champions. For those who have followed WWE for a while, you know, Tyler Breeze, I believe, has been signed since 2006. Then Breeze, I believe, like since 2009 or 10. And this is the first titles that they've won in 2020. And I'm so happy for them. I hope they really make the best of this tag team championship title run. Imperium says they're a joke to the tag team division and that they don't deserve it and that they're going to get the titles back next week. I'm hoping that they don't make them lose right away. I would like them to continue for a couple months, like maybe around like Royal Rumble would be a good time to do it. Don't make them lose. We've waited too long. Do not let them lose. Back at the Gargano household, we're understanding the Gargano way. Candice tells us that this is the person she's always been and that Tegan just has to accept it. And Tegan should learn how to do things the Gargano way, the evil way. And like I said, like all three of these segments just didn't really do anything for me personally. I understand, like, this is their whole thing, like, oh, dinner at our house, like, we're evil people, just, no. Reed versus Theory next. So, the commentators did a really good job, like, putting over the fact of, like, how young Austin Theory is and how much he's accomplished in such a short time. You know, he wrestled WrestleMania, he's only 24 years old, and he's accomplishing all these things. He signed at WWE at 20. Wow. This was a really good match. Reed gets the win here, and I know that there's been some speculation of why Theory got moved down to NXT from being with Rollins on Raw. So I don't know if this is like punishment or whatever, but I really hope that they start to utilize Theory a little bit more and make him win, because, you know, people are saying that Theory is the next Orton, and I want them to utilize that, because God forbid he like jump ship, he can go to AEW and probably get utilized a little bit better there. But very, very good match. Cole's disappointed that he didn't win, but he respects Balor for, you know, the performance he had in the 6-minute Iron Man match, the match tonight. And Balor better watch out, because if Cole does get another opportunity, then he's going to be the one that wins. And I 100% agree with that, because, you know, we like Adam Cole. I'm hoping, though, that maybe this means that he's getting called up to the main roster, which I'd be really excited about. But I don't know when they're planning to do the draft. People are saying November, and that's where I'm assuming, too. Maybe right after Survivor Series, around there is when they're trying to plan the draft. So I'm really hoping that Cole is one of those NXT call-ups that get to go up. Hopefully all 4 of them do. But I know I'm asking for way too much. But that would be nice. Martinez cuts the promo about how, like, she only goes after tough women, and Ripley is super tough, but she's gonna win the cage match later on. And then Killian Dane and Roderick Strong. Poor Killian Dane. I feel so bad. Like, when he debuted a part of Sanity, like, Sanity was, like, this huge thing, and then, like, everyone in Sanity is basically gone. Like, Cross is on the main roster, Young is in TNA, and Dane is like the only one like kind of left, and I feel so bad for him, and I really want like them to push him. So please, this is a good match. Strong wins with Fish's interference, so this is possibly leading to something. The match ends like 2-on-1 attack, and then Maverick comes out, and then Maverick like tries to shake hands with Dane, then Dane punches him in the face. So I'm assuming that we're going to go towards a Maverick-Dane storyline, like kind of like the bigger guy versus the smaller guy type thing. I think that's what they're trying to go for. But this was good. Anything with Undisputed Era was good. All four of them were super talented, so that was really entertaining. Our final dinner with Gargano segment and food fight. They Candice and Tegan, they cheered a friendship, and how like Candice is going to be the next NXT Women's Champion, and Tegan's like, what about me? Like, why are we cheering to you being the NXT Women's Champion? Like, what about me? And Candice's like, oh, but you got your shot already. Like, it's my turn to bask in the glory and to shine. And then it just turned into this whole thing, and Candice throws salad at Tegan, and then Tegan throws water in Candice's face, and then Johnny comes down, and Johnny calls Tegan a terrible person, then Tegan throws spaghetti on Johnny, and then they start brawling a little bit. Candice attempts to throw what I believe was supposed to be a TV remote at Tegan. Tegan ducks. This poor, like, 50, I want to say, like, either 50 or, like, 60-inch flat-screen TV is now shattered in the Gargano living room. Tegan runs out of there, Candice chases after her, and Johnny is just left. They're looking at the TV like this. Like, oh my god, I cannot believe, like, it's broken. So, obviously, we're leading towards a Tegan Candice feud, which I'm really excited for because they are really, really good wrestlers, but you could have set this up in a total different way and not with dinner at the Garganos. Priest cuts a promo on Thatcher saying that he has no game plan whatsoever, but he is going to defeat Thatcher next week, and he is not losing his title in his first defense. Please make that be true. Our main event, anytime women main event something, it's always good, and this was no exception. Steel cage match between Mercedes Martinez and Rhea Ripley. They looked so good in this. Smooth wrestling, really, really good. You know, Martinez comes to the ring with a kendo stick, then Ripley attacks her, and then, like, they get a table in there, and they're going back and forth. Stone, of course, tries to, like, interfere somehow. He's, like, trying to climb the cage, and then Ripley's attacking him, and Ripley does a riptide to the table to win. I don't know what they're attempting to do next for Ripley. I don't know if they're going to try to put her back in the NXT Women's title picture one more time before she officially gets the huge call up to the main roster. I'm assuming that she'll somehow be involved in the Rumble, but I'm excited to see what's next for both of them. And this was your special episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Talk about Super Tuesday II. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, comment your opinions on NXT Super Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for our review of AEW Dynamite tonight, and I will see you all later.